How much did that come into?
We beat down 15 at the half, and like you said, starting the fourth quarter, I think it was tied, and they were up 8 at some point. Never losing our composure. I understand we could get some stops, create some good open looks, and get right back into the game. Obviously, we don't want to be in that position, and every game's different. You just got to find a way to win, and that's what we did. So, winning plays, everybody contributed. Like the last 5 that was out there, Clay playing great defense, Looney taking on that one-on-one challenge with CJ, obviously Andre's strip at the end, Draymond finding Looney at the lob and finishing at the rim. Everybody, contributed. So, very exciting way to win. We got to play better in the first half for sure.
Front row center.
CJ Peterson, San Francisco Examiner. Steph, that third quarter was really the turning point of the game. Team, you guys are no strangers to third quarter explosions like that. What makes you, as a team, so lethal in that third frame?
I've never had a good answer for that. I don't know what it is. I mean, we obviously got challenged at halftime to play with more energy, more fight, more competitiveness, and we obviously answered it, but I don't know what it is. Finding that edge, when our back's against the wall, obviously you don't win every game, but we competed. And it was an exciting, brand of basketball for that, that 12 minutes, and gave ourselves a chance to win down the stretch. Down 15, it was like 13-0 run coming out of halftime. That's crazy, but we've done it before. We don't want to be in those situations. But.
Third row, left-hand side.
Steph, Mark Medina, Bay Area News Group. Given that you and Clay have produced so well as a tandem over the years, what are your guys' leadership approaches without Kevin Durant versus normal circumstances?
It's pretty much the same. We don't change our personality or anything. It's just, again, when you're missing a guy like that can produce 30 points and however many rebounds and just creates that so much attention. It changes the way you play a little bit, but when we have those opportunities to be aggressive, do what we do, feed off the other guys that are out there, moving without the ball, just taking shots that we know we can take and make, and playing with that aggressiveness. That's normal for us, but it's leadership-wise in terms of what we're saying, how we're handling ourselves, and the energy that we play with, that never changes.
Second row, right-hand side.
Mark Schwartz, ESPN. Steph, take us inside Curry versus Curry, especially in tonight's game when it was so close and you both had so much to do with how the outcome went, and he was kind of really going at you a couple times, hit that big shot. What's that like for you guys?
This was like the coolest experience I think I've ever had playing, against him. We talked about the stage, and he was amazing tonight. Every minute he was out there defensively, he was a pest. Made 3 big shots in the fourth quarter that were very timely. And for my parents, I know we talked about it the whole series, and these last 2 games it's probably nerve-wracking as heck for them, but it worked out perfectly tonight. He played well, and we won.
Standing up, left-hand side.
Steph, you guys are up 2-0, just like your last series. Going into Portland, I think it's 17 years last time they played a Western Conference Final. What are you expecting in that environment, and where does the mental have to be as you guys approach Game 3?
If we can bottle up our performance in the second half tonight and carry that on the plane with us tomorrow, and get off to a good start on Saturday, that'll obviously be helpful. But they have an amazing atmosphere. It's loud, it's energetic. Fans really care, they're passionate, so I know they're going to be excited. We got to do whatever we can to hopefully take them out of it early. Knowing Portland's going to feed off of that energy, and it's going to be tough to win up there, so we got to bring it.
Third row, left-hand side.
Joe Hughes, Andre Iguodala in a playoff series. You know how great his hands are when he's guarding you defensively. Can you give us an idea what it's like to go against somebody with those kind of hands? Because he came up with a big steal for you guys tonight.
He's been doing it for years. He has a knack for it. He's got quick hands, strong hands. He uses his wingspan really well, and he's just smart. So it speaks so much, or so highly of a guy that can have a game like he had, where offensively there weren't many opportunities, but he makes the biggest play of the game to help us win. And he's that, so excited about that part, of his role for our team, and we want to celebrate that. So he's unbelievable. Every time he does it, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's surprising, but you're just kind of in awe of it, because not many guys can make plays like that consistently.
Far back center.
So are you guys talking out there, you and Seth? Is there a trash talk going on between you two? And you're 3 years older, right? So you're close enough in age where you probably did that growing up too. But I assume the things you say as men are a little different than what you said as boys.
It's not as much as you think, but there is some. The game's going so fast, you don't really have that much time to go back and forth. And obviously, when he's the opposition, as much as I love him and we have history and all that, just playing basketball. He tried to distract me at the free throw line in the fourth quarter, and I knew how to kind of go back at it, but stay focused on what I needed to do. But it's just fun. I have to catch myself a couple times because I do want to go and just have a little small talk, whatever. But the game, gotta stay locked in.
Standing up back left-hand side.
Steph, teams like to post up perimeter. What are you thinking when you see teams like actively attack Draymond despite the low success rate?
I'm pretty confident it's going to work out in our favor as a team. And he loves those challenges when, whether he's oversized or whatever the case, they want to target him. Doesn't happen that often, but when it does, and you see that the fire in his eyes light up, gets us all going. So, his energy is contagious, and when he's locked in and focused and playing like he did tonight, we're tough to beat.
Front row, right-hand side.
Harvey Jones, Quessy Sports. Steph, do you kind of like live in the moment, understanding that you guys are the leaders of a potential dynasty?
Yeah, I don't think in those terms. It's just every opportunity we had to play. These are big moments, big games, and the context of what this 5-year run has been and all that stuff doesn't really, dominate my mind when we're out there, competing. We know what's at stake and what we're chasing this year, this series, this game. That's the only way that you can really put your best foot forward in terms of trying to get back to the mountaintop. So we'll have plenty of time when we race or hang the sneakers up to really go back and think about all the different experiences and highs and lows. But right now, we're 2 games away from another finals appearance. It's pretty special.
Left-hand side.
Yeah, hi, Steph. Ryan Leong, Associated Press Radio. You guys certainly miss Kevin Durant. He may not be back for another week. But do you guys feel comfortable enough now that you've got the cast of characters that, you guys brought even Andrew Bogut back, that you guys can get it done without KD?
We're confident we can win, but we would much rather have him, playing. So we're going to hold the fort down until he gets back and go win, another championship with our full squad. So, him and DeMarcus as well. We understand how great of players they are and how they raise our ceiling even higher. But to your point, we feel like we can still win games no matter who's out there on the floor. And that's why we're in the position we are and have won championships with all the injuries we've had and all that type of stuff. So we know what the mission is, and we're on it right now.
Great, thank you. We'll have our schedule for tomorrow. No practices. We'll do Coach Sturr immediate availability at the facility. We'll